Shalom family trendsetter. I'm driving for those of you who are just listening to the video, so you will hear some noise in the background. Now real quick, I want to come on here because as y'all know, they have a campaign against Trendsetter channel. They pretty much suppressing my videos. As y'all can see, the viewership were very low on many of my videos. Now they're flagging a lot of my videos, so I had to go back now to prevent them from shutting down the channel altogether and remove many of my videos that, you know, was pretty much had a tone to it. Let's just put it that way. Now, as you know, these devils don't like when they, you know, speak upon or expound upon their deviltry. They don't like when you point them out. Now, y'all know how I rock. I go hard, you know what I mean? I don't like to hold back, but I do understand that this is not my platform. They allow us to come on here to gather intel on us, because a lot of y'all don't realize that they created this platform, the social media platform, for that purpose, to pretty much get a temperature of how the people are. So when a person like myself come on here and make a video, they already got me, you know, categorized or tagged as a so-called, but I'm not even going to even use that name. But you know what I'm trying to get at. And then when you come on here and you comment in agreements of what I'm saying, then you also are labeled. So with that said, I'm going to be smart about it, because I do want to continue bringing forth information. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to kind of like ease up somewhat, you know what I mean? I'm going to pretty much watch what I say, because once again, family, we're living in the land of our enemy. You know, this is not our kingdom. You know, they're reigning, they're ruling right now, unfortunately. So certain laws we have to abide by, as long as it's not going to cause you to sin against the Most High. But if I'm using their platform, evidently I got to follow their guidelines. And one of the things that I've been doing for the last day or so, I've been reading up on the guideline of YouTube. And although a lot of the time we can get away with some shit, but it's not until someone might view one of your videos and feel some type of way. Because, you know, a fat person, for example, don't want to be called fat. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not disrespecting anybody that's fat. I'm just saying that you would prefer to be called big boned or heavy. You know what I mean? So when you call a certain demographic of people the devil, and devil just basically means deceivers, because many of these Europeans are devils. They're deceiving themselves to believe that they're the superior race. Then you have others like them are falling for it, and they don't understand that a lot of these so-called patriotic Americans, y'all are gonna be in FEMA camp one day. Believe me, y'all gonna be a part of the FEMA camp society, including the so-called black people, because y'all don't understand that once you start speak against the status quo, so to speak, right? They are gonna target and label you as terrorists, domestic terrorists. That's what they're gonna do. Once you start speaking against the government, like for example, if you see certain things that's being in place and you know it's unethical, it's against the morality of human beings, and you start to speak upon it, you're going to be ostracized, such as I am. You know, I speak about against a certain demographic of people because, you know, I believe personally that they're oppressing us. They got their foot on our necks, literally in most cases. They're in power, so they call the shots. So I speak upon that, and of course, because of that, they suppress my video with the algorithm. They use algorithm based on what you're saying, and that's how they're able to suppress your videos. You know what I'm saying? It's been exposed. People that actually work for YouTube exposed. That's what they do, especially black people. They don't understand that our plight is totally different than theirs. Our culture is totally different than theirs. So when we speak about injustice, who's the one that's giving us injustice? You know what I'm saying? It's a so-called white man. So we're not going to talk about black people because we don't control anything. We don't control the courts. Yeah, a lot of us might work in the court, but we have to follow that guideline. You know what I'm saying? The law of the land that the white man have wrote and written. So my thing is this, you know what I'm saying? I'm only one individual. It takes a collective few to come together. And right now they have done a marvelous job by dividing our people. You know what I'm saying? Our people are like tribes right now, literally like tribes. You have 12 tribes, and each 12 tribes have their own individual way of thinking. Everybody's for self. And until we come and unite as a group of people, we are going to continue to be in the situation that we're in. Now, y'all already know how I think, so I don't even have to oftentimes go into details or say certain things to express myself, because for those of you who have been with me for a minute, Y'all already know, but for those of you who don't know me, my stance on Christianity is none. I don't deal with Christianity. I don't deal with religion, period. Because I think religion is a control mechanism, whether you're a Christian, a Muslim, or other. You know what I'm saying? And this is not a hate speech video, okay? I'm just pointing out, giving you my First Amendment right, which is basically to express myself. I have that right. Y'all wrote that shit into law, so now y'all got to deal with it, okay? So, yes, moving forward, family, it's either I'm going to stop making videos or I'm going to have to fall back. And I know a lot of y'all are used to, you know, me coming a certain type of way. However, I have to be smart about it. If I want to continue to utilize this platform and not be suppressed, I have to be careful what I say. Unfortunately, once again, we're living in the land of our enemy. You know what I'm saying? They call the shots. This is their media. When you on here, you know what I'm saying, the information that we present, this is what they're gathering, and soon enough they're going to use it against us. So I'm not dumb enough to continue to say certain things to incriminate myself. Like that funny video that I uploaded the other day. I'm not going to say anything to incriminate myself. You know what I'm saying? I'm not stupid. So moving forward, I will be careful what I say. The majority of the content will be about, you know, uplifting our people. It's going to be pretty much about survival, planning for what's to come, the economic collapse. A lot of y'all don't understand that, you know, there's an atmosphere out there. I made a video the other day saying basically I personally believe that there's going to be a World War III sooner than later. And it's going to be instigated by America because you have certain people in office, their back is against the wall. The only way they can avoid leaving office is to start a war, because during a war, you cannot do any transition of rulership. You know what I'm saying? In other words, if you have somebody as president doing a war, you cannot, you know, impeach that individual. In a crisis situation in the United States of America, it has to stay. Everything has to stay the way it is until the crisis is over. So I personally believe something is on the horizon. So I would say, once again, y'all need to start preparing, start planning for this economic collapse. You know what I'm saying? If a war break out, everything stop. This truck that you see right now driving, all that shit's gonna stop, because there ain't gonna be no fuel, because you're gonna have all the resources gonna be geared towards fighting the enemy, so to speak, right? That they create, the boogeyman. You know how it is. ISIS was the boogeyman. Everything was ISIS. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, that's what's going to happen. They're going to create a new boogeyman. Actually, the boogeyman is going to come from out of hiding, because, you know, everything that happens in America as far as terrorists go, they always blame it on ISIS. They created that shit. They created that boogeyman. You know what I mean? Me personally, let me just put it this way, right? I do not subscribe to any radical group, right? I'm not religious. I'm one individual. I'm not tied to any organization. For the record, no gang affiliation. I'm just one individual who is seeing what's going on in society and have an opinion about it. You know what I mean? And oftentimes I come on here and use my platform to express what I'm feeling. And you have other like-minded individuals, such as myself, who feel the same way, that might comment or subscribe to what I'm saying. So for the record, YouTube, this is not a hate speech video. This is basically me, right, exercising my First Amendment right, freedom of speech. So please allow me to do so. And again, family, moving forward, I will be using, y'all know how it is. You know, I'm gonna go on code with y'all. So y'all need to go on code with me. You know what I'm saying? Y'all just have to read between the lines when I bring forth certain information, because I have to be politically correct on my channel moving forward in order to continue to have access to YouTube, this platform, this social media platform created by the government that monitors everything that we say. Yeah, I said it. I'm not stupid. I know exactly what social media is about. All right? So therefore, you don't want to do anything or say anything on these platforms to incriminate yourself. Even you guys commenting, be careful what y'all say. Word it in such a way where we can get the message, but you don't have to be direct. All right? I do not plan on inciting any violence or any riot. Okay? I just want my people to understand that we are in a situation, and unless we unite as a people, we're going to continue to be in this situation. All right? Start planning. Start going to the bank. Pull out your money. Right? Start buying tangible shit. Stuff that you can see. Stack your garage. Stack your basement. Stack a room in the house. You know what I'm saying? Right now is not the time to be looking cute, living in luxury. we in a survival mode, family. I'm sounding the alarm. We're in a survival mode. So I suggest if you have more than one vehicle, have one vehicle gassed up, leave that shit in your parking lot, wherever it is, as a reserve vehicle. You know what I'm saying? If you have any money in the bank, pull it out, start stacking up on canned items. A lot of water, a whole heap of water. Make sure you got a lot of water set aside. Buy for the month, as well as, for like 3-4 months if you can. Water is cheap right now because it's accessible. But when the time of, where, so let's say there's a war breakout or some kind of tragedy, or, you know what I'm talking about, right? Then, the price on these items goes sky high, because now it's a necessity, it's a need for these items. So in a time of crisis is when you see inflation on these food items that is dirt cheap right now. All right, you got kids, you want to make sure you have, especially if you have babies, start buying different size of Pampers, to last you at least 6 months. I'm telling you, stop using that money to go to the damn club to get your hair done. Keep your shit natural, because eventually when you can't afford to buy the perm any longer, that's destroying the root follicles in your hair anyway, giving y'all ovarian cancer, because they target us, right? Especially formulated ingredients in our products is what's killing us. So y'all need to start going natural. Like, it's actually cheaper to go natural anyway. You know what I'm saying? Take trendsetter foolish advice. I'm not going to be on here, every day like I used to be. Only if I need to bring forth some information that is vital. All right, so with that, family, I say peace and love. Keep up the fight, keep up the struggle. I ain't going nowhere unless, like I said, they shut the channel down. I'm going to fall back now with my rhetoric, because I know a lot of times I do say some shit, and when I go back and listen to it, I said I shouldn't have said that, because I know how these devils are. They will use it against you. You know what I'm saying? Say, well, you're inciting hate, and you inciting whatever. And I don't incite violence. Never have I told any one of y'all to go out there and arm yourself and do anything to harm anybody. I always tell you, if someone approaches me, I will defend myself. You know what I mean? So if that's hate speech, then it is what it is. But I know that's not hate speech, because now that I know the guideline of YouTube, I will adhere to it, and I will follow the guidelines. So now they cannot censor my channel anymore. Let's see what's going to happen now moving forward, family. But with that, family, I say shalom. Oh yeah, family, one more thing I want to add, very, very important. If you have any, let's say, portable devices that you rely on, you may want to get one of those solar powered battery charger, okay? Because they're planning on attacking the power grid. They're saying in case of a terrorist attack, they're going to try to target the power grid. Now, you already know, before anything happened in this country, they always give the powers that be a little heads up. You know what I'm saying? The one that's in the known, like the Masons, the Illuminati, if you will. They usually get that heads up first. And I've been watching a lot of, articles, or reading a lot of articles, I should say, where they're talking about the power grid being attacked. If that should happen, your vehicle's not going to be able to work. You won't be able to buy gas, because all electronics device is going to be useless. You know what I'm saying? In other words, the gas station ain't going to have no power. You remember one time they had made a movie, I think they called it The Tribulation, or I don't forgot what the hell they call it, right? But in one of the scenes, you had the airplane falling out of the sky. If they attack the power grid, right, that's exactly what's gonna happen. If you're on an airplane and it should happen to be that time where they attack the power grid, that plane is gonna fall out of the sky, because it relies on, power, and that power comes from a power source. So I want y'all to understand this shit is real. I've been telling y'all for a long time that y'all need to start like really and truly paying attention to what's going on, stacking up on food items. Now, I would suggest y'all go to the dollar store, get some cheap flashlight, stack up on some cheap batteries, as many as you can. If you're able to afford one of those butane heaters, I think it's called a buddy heater. I think that's what it's called, the one I bought, because there's a passage I think it's in the New Testament, right? And these devils already know what's going to happen, where it said, pray that your flight don't be on a Shabbat or in the winter. And winter is here, and I speculate that something's going to happen. So you don't want to caught without power, or don't have a backup system. You know what I'm saying? Like with me, I got a generator. So I got some gasoline containers filled. I'm telling you, family, shit is real. It's time for us to stop thinking everything is going to be all right. Get out of that comfort zone, because when shit hit the fan, can't say you wasn't warned. Party's not important. Your hairdo is not important. That $100 you plan on buying that fake ass weave, put on your hair, even though I don't have nothing against it, because you got to cover your top. A lot of y'all without it, y'all look, but anyway, I love my people. But you know what I'm saying, save that money, go natural and shit. It's going to be cheaper for you. All right, I'm telling you, heed my warning. I'm warning y'all, shit is going to get real soon enough. But that again, I say shalom, love y'all.